Now, this is for my girlies who feel like they have lost their spark, or showing the girlies how to prevent losing your spark after you have a baby and after you get married. The number one thing that I did that I didn't even know God was blessing me with, so I'm going to share it with you. You have to mourn the woman you used to be. I think a lot of women are trying to get back to who they used to be before a baby, or who they used to be before marriage. That woman is gone. That girl is gone. You will no longer be who you used to be. So as you mourn spiritually who you used to be, you now have to get to know the new version of yourself. Okay, you have to say goodbye to the person you used to be and invite in and get to know the new version of yourself. This new version of you has different responsibilities, possibly has a different body, has a different outlook, you're different. You're never going to be who you used to be. So as you're getting to know the new you, you have to figure out, okay, with the different time that I have, with the different set of responsibilities that I have, with the different life that I have, how can I still pour into myself? How can I love on this new version of myself? How can I take care of this new version of myself? You have to make time for you, even if it's just a little bit of time. Also, ask God who you're supposed to be in the current season that you're in. Unfortunately, if you used to be a baddie in your single season, before you had children, you may not have all the time, the extra resources, the money to keep her up anymore. Because some of y'all maintenance, ain't no tea, no shade, is a bill. And rightfully so, but you may not have that. You might have to put that into daycare. You might have to, maybe you and your husband, or maybe you and your whoever is trying to get a home. You have different goals. It's a different season. That's why you have to let her go and adjust to the new you. So in the new version of yourself, okay, what does she have time for? What does she have resources for? And get at least to the bare bones and basics of who she is. Get yourself a low maintenance hairstyle, like whatever that is. For me, it's a silk press. Every 2 weeks, I'm at the salon. I'm getting my hair silk pressed. It ain't for everybody. It's not glamorous, but it keeps me cute and put together. I love it. My husband loves it. Get you something that you feel confident in, you look good in, and your significant other likes. Another thing is adjust your maintenance. You may not be able to go sit in a nail shop the way you used to be. Work on your own nails. Work on doing nails at home. When it comes to working out, you might have a Velcro baby like I do, who's also nursing and will not get off the breast. So you might have to go for walks instead of Pilates. You may have to put your baby in a harness and do something around the house, or whatever the case may be. But soaking or sulking and continuously mourning, now grief is different for everybody, but we can't let ourselves stay in that grief. We can't keep looking back in the past and crying over who we used to be. We have to take care of the women that we are today. So I say all this to say, sit down with a journal, get on Pinterest, figure out the new you. What are your new interests? What are your new likes? And if there's stuff that you used to do that you no longer do, bring those hobbies to your new self. Like, hey, remember when I was saying I used to love to skate? Make time for that. Make time to pour into yourself. Make time for genuine, healthy, God-led friendships. And if you don't have any friends in the season, pray for some friends to come into your life. You need time for you. You need time away from your man, and you need time away from your babies. Even if it's just 20 minutes, you need some time for yourself. And I get everybody's circumstances is different, so you're not going to be able to do it possibly in every season. But when you do, make time for it. You have to put it on the schedule. You have to put it in the planner. You have to put it on the vision board. However you get to the motivation, you got to get there, but you can't give up on yourself, sis. Because if you continue to give up, if you continue to sulk and cry and not do and not put into action, you're not going to get out of that. And you're going to continue to look back and be broken. You're going to continue to look back at what was and not see the possibilities of now. Loving who you are now. Even if you don't love your body right now, make a goal. Hey, 90 days, 30 days, or say if you got a baby, hey babe, talk to your significant other, talk to your friends and family, talk to your tribe, your girls. Hey, I want to get back into the gym for me. I need to look good for me. I need to feel better for me. I need to eat better for me. Make those things a plan and a priority. And just because you can't do it today doesn't mean you can't do it tomorrow. Doesn't mean you can't do it next week. Doesn't mean you can't do it 60, 90 days from now. Talk to the people in your circle. Stop holding all of that in. The Lord says, cast your burdens upon me. Talk to God. Ask God, God, I need help in this season. God, I don't know who I am anymore. Reveal who I am in this new season. Reveal my new self. Help me mourn my old self and love on my new self. But ladies, you gotta let her go. She's not coming back. And it's sad. You know, when you change your name, that is a process. I'm not my single self no more. That girl is gone. I'm the new me. And it's not mean that the old me was bad. She's just no longer here. So I have to love and accept who I am now. And when you accept where you are, when you're honest with yourself, when you're bringing God along the journey, when you're putting in an action plan and doing it piece by piece, step by step, you get so much more. I'm telling you, holding on to the old you, she gone. Mourn her. Love her. Tell her thank you for everything that she's done and proceed with the new you. So I hope that these tips helped. I hope that somebody gets some revelation from this, but you deserve to be your best self. And moms and wives, girlfriends, whatever, it ain't always easy because we don't have all the time to pour into ourselves anymore. You don't have all the time to do what you used to do in your single season. But don't forget you prayed for this. Don't forget that you wanted this. Don't forget you signed up for this. So don't curse your blessing. Okay, don't start resenting your new life because it don't look like your old life. Because when you had your old life, you wanted your new life. So learn how to steward well what God has blessed you with, and ask him for help along the journey. To much is given, much is required. It's harder, but you can do it.
Your sparkle back after pregnancy, I want you to watch this video. So I'm on my little walk right now, and it's got me thinking about how hard I've been trying to get my sparkle back since after I had my baby. I am 3 months postpartum, and I want to say that this is the first week where I actually feel like my old self again. And when I was pregnant, I had this idea that, okay, when I have the baby, I'm going to be able to clean more. I'm going to be able to, take care of everybody more. I'm going to be able to do all of those things, right? Which are great. But those things weren't specifically to make myself feel good. So if you're struggling to get your spark back, I promise you the problem is that you're trying to do too much. And when I say too much, I mean too much cleaning, too much cooking, too much of doing something for other people and not necessarily doing something for yourself. Think about your day, right? You wake up, you got to take care of the baby, you got to do laundry, you got to clean your house, you got to cook. Sometimes you got to go to the supermarket before you cook. You have to do all of these things, right? And then on top of that, you have a newborn who's waking up. Whenever they want to wake up, they're crying, you have to feed them, you have to take care of them, right? And 5 o'clock rolls around, and I want you to think about if you did anything for yourself throughout the day. And most likely the answer is going to be no.
Oop, the baby kicked the phone.
So the point of this video is to really just let you know that you need to be okay with not doing things for other people. And it's not going to be every day where your house is spotless. It's not going to be every day where you get to cook. It's not going to be every day where you're going to do laundry. And that's okay. And you need to be okay with that. And you're not going to die if any of those things aren't done. Your family's not going to die if any of those things aren't done. And if your partner is not accepting of it, then you need to have a conversation with your partner. But in order for you to take care of yourself, other things are going to have to sacrifice. And it's up to you to figure out what those things are going to be. But it is a necessity for you to get your sparkle back. You need to prioritize yourself. I don't care what it is, how long you do it for. I don't care if it's for 20 minutes a day to start, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. You need to prioritize yourself.
Hi mamas, if there's something that I know we'll all agree is that nobody told us that when we become moms, there gets to a point where we feel like we lose our spark. Let's have a conversation about what this losing your spark feeling means. And while we talk about that, you can also now explore how you can get your spark back and how you can go into being a better version of yourself now, which could even be a better version of who you are before you had the baby. If this face is new to you, my name is Gigi and I make motherhood and lifestyle content. So if that's your jam, please follow me to get more of this. If you feel like you've lost your spark, you're not imagining it, because you're coming from a place where your life was centered around you and now it's centered around someone else who you've just met, and all of a sudden they depend on you for their survival. In the first 2 years of a child's life, there's so much learning and figuring out of things that happens that no one will ever come and tell you that you need to intentionally prioritize yourself so that you don't lose yourself. As a mom, you change so much mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually after birth. And this is what I mean. I had my daughter Imzi when I was 20. So in my own experience, I felt like I had to grow up overnight. And some of the ideals I had before I had my baby couldn't support the kind of life I wanted to have with my baby afterwards. That meant I became more mature. It meant I thought about finances and friendships differently. Also now, there's other things that change your body. My body changed drastically. I went from just being this little girl who has everything in place. All of a sudden, I've given birth. I've gotten stretch marks on my tummy. My hips have grown kidogo. In as much as I didn't add so much weight, I was losing so much weight. And I just felt like my body wasn't mine. Now put in the things like my breasts growing bigger, breastfeeding, learning the baby, we're not sleeping at all. I just felt like the whole world was moving forward and everyone is leaving me behind. I'm just like, everybody's having a jolly good time, and here I am trying to learn a new human being, trying to learn myself afresh, getting like a rebirth of myself as well. And it was also confusing, and I know that you're probably feeling the same way too. So for me, my big awakening came when my baby was about 3 years old and I enrolled her to school. And then I was grappling with the reality of who am I? Like, now the time is gone, my baby is somewhat independent, and I was just like, who am I? Because I also had that period where I just felt like I'd lost my spark. I'm just like, all I am is a mom. And then now she becomes independent and goes to school, and I'm just like, yeah, now I'm left to deal with myself, so I have to learn myself again. So this is what I realized about the spark during that period. The first thing I came to realize during this period is that the spark never left. There was still Gigi somewhere, but she was buried way down uko chini because of other responsibilities and other things that I'd prioritized above myself. Somehow, I'd convinced myself that being a mom means I'm sacrificing everything about myself. That means I'm the one who's constantly taking care of my baby 24/7, that if I leave the house to have a good time with my friends, I'm a bad mom, or if I delegate a few duties about childcare just so I could have me time, it made me a bad and incompetent mom. And all these are things that worked against me, because I didn't allow my community, which very much loved me and wanted to be there for me, to take care of me so that I can just continue enjoying motherhood vis-a-vis womanhood. If I went back in time, these are things that I would definitely do differently. I would prioritize my own rest. I would ask for help more often. I would go out and meet with the friends who meet with the goals that I have for where I want to be in the future. I would meet with them more often and intentionally set time aside to partake in hobbies or fun things and self-care. This means I'd get my hair done, I'd get my nails done, I'd dress up a bit more because there's that temptation to always stay in your pajamas. I'd try and go to the gym, and if not the gym, do a low intensity workout like swimming or walking more often. I'd also engage in intellectually stimulating conversations with peers. That means I'd just try and be around 20, 21-year-olds as I was back then, without feeling like I'm so much more older than them, or feeling like they'd look at me differently because I was now a mom. I feel like those are things that would have helped me reconnect or just feel like I was still, Gigi. Another thing I think I would honestly do without any guilt is that I'd hand over Imzi, because she was so fussy, so that I can get another extra like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. Let someone struggle with her, so that now when I wake up, I'm in full capacity mentally, emotionally, and physically to pour from now an overfilled cup. So the truth is this, the spark really isn't gone. There's still you, but somewhere under there, and you're going to have to give yourself a bit more grace and a bit more permission in order to rediscover yourself once again. You're still you. You're vibrant, you're fun, you're passionate, but right now it might just be buried beneath all the pressure and all the noise that's going around in your life right now. So I hope that with time you're going to allow yourself to rediscover who you are, including the new nuanced bits of yours that have come with motherhood, because there's so many things you're going to discover that have changed about you that will only add into the spice and the flavor of who you've always been. So if this is a phase you're currently experiencing, please share your thoughts with us on how you're going about it, or if you're now a more seasoned mom like me who's made it safely on the other side, please give a few tips on how you made it out of the losing your spark rut. And if you know someone who would benefit from watching this video, please share with them. And if you have not followed me, please follow me for more of such content. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
The number one thing to focus on when you are postpartum to heal optimally is to keep your body warm. When you lose blood, you lose warmth, and your immune system is compromised. So it's very important to reintroduce warmth into your body through warming foods like soups, stews, bone broths, root vegetables, warming spices like ginger, cinnamon, warming teas like chamomile, and my favorite, vaginal steaming. Check out the 4th trimester vaginal steaming study for more information on how vaginal steaming can help you postpartum, or just watch all of my TikTok videos. Keeping your head covered, your feet covered. Make sure if you wash your hair, you dry your hair really good. Most cultures around the world know this, so there's an emphasis on reintroducing warmth into the body and keeping yourself covered. It's also really important to not be in public. Not only are you more susceptible to bacteria and viruses, you're also more susceptible to spiritual attack. That's why it's really important when you are going through birth, when you're going through postpartum healing, to take care of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Also, having support around you is really important. So look into maybe getting a postpartum doula, or speak with your family and delegate tasks. This is not a time to be ashamed of asking for help. This is a time to accept help and rest and really restore your energy.
For me, giving birth is like laying your life down for another human being. Is a great sacrifice, and you can be proud of yourself. And to be less drained mentally, ask for help. Ask your spouse, ask your partner, ask your family for help. Otherwise, if you have the money, if you have the means, hire help for the house chores and cooking and all of that. Make sure you eat nutritious meal and fruits to help your body to heal, for the fast healing of your body. And mentally, if you are drained mentally, or mentally you are not doing well, please talk to relatives or friends that had the same experience. It will help you a lot. And be patient with yourself. Giving birth is not a joke. It's not easy thing to do. So you need time to heal. From experience, it takes me 1 year to heal, to feel like I'm back to myself again. So don't worry. Take it as it is. Try to be happy. Try to talk to people that had the same experience. Try to romanticize your life. Take your bath, wear nice clothes. You will be fine. Give yourself time. You will be fine. You will be fine. I promise you. And I think that's it. Don't worry. You will be back very soon. You will feel very beautiful and very good after. I'm sending you a lot of love and lot of hugs, virtual hugs. I love you so much. Yeah, everything will be okay. I love you. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next video. Bye.